cast in more romantic things, more romantic movies. I think he has the kind of career that you, especially I feel like it's a very American, which is so interesting. It's like, what's the point of acting if your life is like that, and then all of a sudden people are going to cast you as that? Into the reading, I'm just moving my microphone. I'm doing 2 couples today. Every week I do a couples update, and today I'm doing Chris Evans and Alba Baptista, and also I'm doing Harry and Meghan Markle. Well, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You would it kind of feels like he would take her last name at this point. Anyways, so yeah, let's get right to the reading. If you want to become a member, lots of membership perks. You get first access to videos like this, and we also get, if you request a video, I guarantee that you make it. If you're not a member, I can't always guarantee. Also, I drop a weekly pick a card video for you all. So yeah, just putting that out there. Lots of membership benefits. Okie dokie. So when I was shuffling the energy, I got like, I don't know, this energy of like fake smiling, you know, from Chris, like a fake smile. It's very strange, but anyways, I haven't done necessarily a reading on them together. I've done one on him and his mysterious girlfriend, but then people messaged me, oh yeah, it's true, you were right about a PR relationship. So this is what I think about this PR relationship. I think it's a PR relationship, definitely do. And we shall see. Or maybe I have done one on them before. I don't remember. I think I did one on him. I do so many readings that it's crazy. And I also do personal readings, so keeping up with people's stories is quite tough. Okay, so like I said, I got this like fake smile. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Water in this deck, usually Ace of Cups, 5 of 5. I'm just gonna read it like it is in the deck, and 9 of Air. I strongly feel, and I have felt like this before, it is definitely a PR stunt. I think she gives me like fitness vibes, and I think she wanted to kind of branch off into different things. I said this about him. I think that he wanted to do this relationship because he would be cast in more romantic things, more romantic movies. I think he has the kind of career that you, especially I feel like it's a very American, which is so interesting. It's like, what's the point of acting if your life is like that, and then all of a sudden people are going to cast you as that? But I think he got typecast, especially being stuck in the role of Captain America. He's being typecast, he's being stuck in that role. So now they need to branch off. I think when people would see him, I think his agent was like, if people see you in publicly a romantic relationship, then this will help you get roles more in different types of movies, particularly romantic movies, which I think he wants to branch off into. It's funny, I forgot he was in another teen movie. I was watching that the other day, and there's another movie I saw him in, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Chris Evans, but I had no idea. I used to confuse Chris Evans and Chris Pine. I mean, when you have a similar name, it's hard to like keep up with who's which Chris and who's which Matt, and especially because I grew up with a lot of people with the name Chris and Matt, so it's like hard to keep up with. Anyways, so 7 of Earth, he's definitely looking at this as very much business, very business minded. Even though he's sun into Gemini, I think he's got some Earth, definitely Earth in his chart. And with 10 of Air, I think now he's being given office to play different roles, and I saw like romantic roles, you know. And I predicted this about Alec Baldwin, saying that I feel like if he's more of a family guy, he's gonna get family roles. Will Smith, I think that's a major reason why him and Jada stayed together. It's very, especially as male actors, it's very difficult to be cast in something. You know, women talk about, oh yeah, there's ageism, which yes, there is ageism. You know, Hollywood, it's a very interesting place. There's ageism, there's racism, there's sexism, but the sexism that happens to men that people don't talk about is that it's easier for them to be typecast and typecast into like an action hero kind of person, you know. And I think that's happened for a lot of Will Smith, like I said, Alec Baldwin, like I said. What's that guy's name? Oh god, he went to school with my dad. What's that guy's name? OMG, Demi Moore's ex-husband. Forgot his name. But they all get typecast. Please write in the comment section. I'm not remember his name. Bruce Willis. That's who he is. They all get, when they do these action movies, they all get typecast. Tom Cruise too, you know. So you either make a ton of money doing that, or you start to branch off with other things. And for him, this is definitely that. For her, it's so that she can get endorsement deals. And I wouldn't say necessarily propel, but I definitely see her wanting to get like hair endorsement deals, makeup, that kind of stuff. So, but I think by the end of next year, it's going to be over, this relationship. And I strongly stick to what I said about, I think he's going to end up with just a down-to-earth woman from anywhere. I believe it was Texas I saw, but the middle of America, you know. I think he's going to end up settling down and not really be involved in Hollywood as much anymore, because it's not his personality, it's not in his bloodline, and it's not in his personality. I think the only people that can really stay in Hollywood are people that it's in their bloodline. So people like Gwyneth Paltrow, people like Angelina Jolie, people like Jennifer Aniston, people like that come from like a long line of Hollywood in their blood, that abnormal things are normal to them, you know. And I don't mean it in a bad way, I just feel like they've been raised for the camera. And the people that come in these days especially, it's very hard to go into Hollywood from a middle America mentality and still be okay mentally. George Clooney too, you know. I think he's the kind of person who's always going to stay in Hollywood. But yeah, that's just what I believe. I do think that they're going to set up like some kind of fake engagement. But honestly, I feel like this relationship is impossible. Okay, now let's get into the second reading. Harry and Meghan, my favorite couple. My absolute favorite couple. I've done a few updates on them. I recently saw him saying, Harry said something. I mean, for people that wanted their privacy, they are quite public, right? Trust me, I don't like the world. I don't like them at all, like at all. But I do feel like it's a little hypocritical of him to keep saying, oh yeah, I'm going to leave these awful people that make money off of them and so forth and so forth. If you're going to tell your story, just tell your story. You don't have to make tons of money off of it. Absolutely outrageous. Okay, so let's see the update on them. I did see that I feel like he's going to meet somebody British blonde. And if you look at a lot of his exes, they're blonde. Not to say that somebody should stick to a type. For example, I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a type. And I didn't realize that. Well, I have two types actually. Majority of my exes are tall, blonde, and have like broad shoulders, like a Scandinavian look, you know. So that I would consider my type. Not all my exes are like that, and I don't think that's the only thing I find attractive. But I find it very interesting that Harry, similar, his exes are usually blonde, they have like a Scandinavian look too, which is interesting. Except for Meghan. She's completely different to any person, even her personality wise, you know? And I almost feel like she really manipulated him and played. This is the thing about Leos. She's a sun in Leo, he's a son of Virgo. Sometimes sun in Leos can be so manipulative. You don't realize that how manipulative they are until they're no longer in your life. You know, they rope you in with like their story, and I'm not saying all because I love Leos. Actually, Leo is one of my favorite signs. But something I've noticed about some Leos in the shadow side, they can be very narcissistic, very, very narcissistic, and claim to have your side, but not really. So with the universe, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers, I think something is about to be leaked about Meghan that's going to infuriate Harry. 7 of Pentacles, I think it might have to do with money. Also the deck, Ace of Cups, and why she pursued him in the first place. I think there's going to be like a recording, like a leaking, because there's been a lot of things she's written in the past that have come out. But this, I just got like a recording of her voice being like, oh yeah, and I used to only, oh, might be from the focus, but I see it being from the past, where she's saying, oh, I used to only date this kind of guy. I used to only date, the only kind of guy I go around with is somebody that has money. She's going to say something like that, or it's going to be written, but I strongly say that's going to be said, and it's going to infuriate him. But the kind of guy he is, when he gets upset, he doesn't really tell people. He just keeps it to himself, especially because I feel like she emotionally abuses him, and I think that emotional abuse is going to cause him to one day just leave. So Queen of Pentacles, the Death, and a Queen of Wands. I see this Queen of Wands, always say that. Interesting, and Queen of Wands was behind 8 of Pentacles. So she's also hiding her, she has a side to her, which is all fire signs have this side, where they go for what they want. I love that about fire signs. But she's dimmed it down to make herself seem like a damsel in distress, you know? She's very passionate, she's very driven, but she doesn't want to come across too driven because she knows that majority of people don't like that. So she hides her driven side, and he's going to find that out about her. He's going to find out that she's very controlling. He's going to find out that she likes things the way she likes things. I think it's very hard to live with her. From what I see, very hard to live with her, very hard to deal with her, very hard to be with her. But he almost feels like he has to, because now he's already in 8 of Pentacles and stuff, and everybody's watching him. Everybody's watching him. So he feels like I have to. But one day he's going to put up his hands and go back to the UK. So that's what I have for you all. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.